Spindle in, we got the gussets from Total Chaos, so what we're doing is reinforcing the spindle with this gusset, and then also where the original ball joint was, we welded in another gusset there, which the ball joint itself is going to get replaced with a uniball unit. So what happened before, as you can see, this right here is the original mounting spot where the ball joint was, and that actually split. So I can show you the one we pulled out and what happened to it, because such pressure when you lift these forerunners, that ball joint literally split, and that's the second time it's happened on this truck. So we are upgrading it quite a bit, and you can see how thin the original spindles are, and a lot of pressure gets put on that from the upper control arm, which we've pretty much stripped everything out of this. So there's going to be no more ball joint. We're going to go to uniball and have the gussets on the spindle. So one, the spindle will be tighter, stronger, and then instead of having a ball joint here, we will have that uniball that'll bolt right through that with a nice grade A bolt, and then the spindle itself will be much stronger because of these gussets. So, and it'll look really rad because it's got the dimple die. So as you can see, we got the uniball on the upper control arm instead of a ball joint, and that'll bolt in with these guys, much bigger, much stronger. So that's the gusset that went up in the upper control arm. So much better, much stronger. I'm sure the customer is going to be happy. We'll get Nick in here with a little bit of welding. Mr. Popeye, the magic fabricator.
It's no longer bearded.
Who's no longer bearded? You see, he fell on a lawnmower. He cleaned up. I think I'm standing in his light. Don't be scared. You're on camera. So he's just getting a couple tacks in there just to get it started, so that way it doesn't pull, stretch, move. So that way it sits exactly where we want it to before he does the finish weld. Yep. Move your ground.
I was forget about all the editing shit. I just think we're fucking live.
No.
Fuck up.
No, you don't have to hurry. Looking pretty sick. So that weld will go all the way through the top, around. If we're gonna get the bottom there. I'll let y'all watch him rip a couple more.
Filling gaps.
Filling gaps.
Got to.
Turn your wire speed up, yep. Listen to that thing crackle like an egg. And that looks much better.
Huh?
So listen to it crackle like an egg. It looks much better.
Bacon. Like bacon is what the...
Bacon, eggs,
normally
they crackle the same. I'm talking about a sunny side, not scrambled. And for any of you watching, we're wearing masks. You might put on your sunglasses. Gonna get a little bright.
Slip that in there. Some little movie magic.
Mm-hmm. Or if you got 3D glasses, that might be cool. Perfect. Yeah, that's perfect heat, perfect temperature.
Maybe a touch hot, but it's alright.
No, hot is good. And I always like to start on the back so I can get my settings right, and then once you get to the front where it counts, you're always spot on.
Gotta switch around here. Light the top of this. Should I take this C-clip off or what? Huh?
Nah.
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 Roll it up. So where's that other glove?
You want the red?
I just need to lean on.
Yep.
She's about to get fucking hot.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she's already hot, but hotter, I should say. Shite. Yes. Shite to my standards.
Looks good.
Oh, got a little hot there.
Mm-hmm.
That's alright, I can fix that. Nothing a little grinding can't fix.
If you're a grinder, you're not a welder.
Huh?
Said if you're a grinder, you're not a welder.
Hey, this has got to look good too.
Well, underneath you can fill also to make it stronger. Because really the importance of this is to make the top of this stronger because that's where all the weight's carried.
She's getting a bit warm.
Oh, I bet.
We might need to let her cool out for a minute. Bit. Yeah, I felt that one pretty good there.
Yeah. Just let it cool up, just don't quench it. So we'll weld in a little bit more here, get it filled up. So I'll come back when we got finished product because we still got to run bead through the front. You can see we got plenty good penetration though. She should be, I mean, you can even see the weld protruding through the other side. Should be a lot stronger than she was factory. Control arms in this thing, a lot nicer. Got that uniball. So we're gonna eliminate the ball joint, which continued to be the problem because it kept putting extra pressure on that control arm and breaking the spindle. So we got these babies instead, a nice urethane bushing, greasable with the uniball. We got all the fab work done on these spindles. So those turned out real nice. Got that gusset in there. And then a gusset in the top where the uniball will be accepted with a large grade 8 bolt. So it should be a lot stronger than that factory spindle. That kept happening too because of the ball joint. You can see how thin these are. They really didn't design that thing with a whole lot of thought, especially for you guys that like to go wheeling. That's just not enough when you start getting big tires, big rocks. So should be a lot stronger. Shouldn't have any more issues. Came out looking real good. Gave her a little bit of paint. I'm gonna start doing the install. We got some axles to switch out. As you can see, the axles are kind of tore up, which happens when you get the huge angle on these things from the lift kits. But yeah, customer should be a lot happier. Should be a lot nicer. Was set up, a lot easier to use. These are actually considered a long travel from Total Chaos, so it should have better articulation once he gets out on the trail. What the final product looks like. Got everything installed. Got that uniball looking real nice. The urethane bushings in the back. It does have greasable Zerk, which is awesome. I got everything back in. Got a lot better spacing in between there. With the old setup, that spindle was actually smashed right up against that spring. So you can see now we got good clearance. And we also have real nice strengthening gusset. No more ball joint to break. So that should help strengthen this thing up. He can go rock some rad trails, have this long travel setup. So we'll bolt some wheels on it, get this thing aligned, and have him back on the trail in no time. So Mr. Popeye did a great job of getting that thing welded up. So it looks real good. Really happy with the results, and same thing, you know, we got some pretty good spacing. Got to do a little bit of adjusting on the alignment, so we'll get that done tomorrow. Send this thing back down the road. So really cool setup. For those that like to go wheeling with the Toyotas, I strongly suggest get rid of the ball joint, go to the uniball. So thanks for watching. See you next time.